So we've added our hero for Hong Kong, and what we'll do now is to add the other four. So our other four, we've got Bali, West Coast USA, Mauritius, and Iceland. So these heroes, they're going to go on the home page. We'll sort of cycle through them randomly each time we load the page. But the idea is they're going to take up the full width and height of the page. So if you go over to posts, we're going to add these in. You might have a post already in there called the Hello World one. I got rid of mine early on, so feel free to do the same. It's just a post that gets added when you install WordPress. So we'll add a new post. We're going to call this one Bali. We're going to add an image for it. And that's going to come from our assets, photos, Bali, and then we're going to grab the first image. So this cheeky monkey sitting on a rock. So we'll select the monkey, and what we're going to do is to say mind, body, and spirit as our subhead. So mind, body, and spirit. And the date is March 2018. So a couple of months ago. So we'll publish that. And let's see what it looks like. So if we go to view post, obviously we've got our header at the top here, which we'll deal with in our next video or in a couple of videos time. But the header is looking good. So you can see our component at work here. It's taking those pieces of data and it's changing what we see. So let's do the next one. West Coast USA. This looks like California to me, some kind of a desert. So for that, we are going to add another post. West Coast USA. Hero image. What do we have? We have this lovely nighttime shot. Select that. Now our subhead, deserts, forests and mountains. Deserts, forests and mountains. Now with the case of this, I'm only putting a capital letter on the first letter because we're going to capitalize it using CSS. So the date for this one, what do we have? We have August 2018. Now that's a date that's in the future. So let's make it so it's April 2018. And we'll give that one a publish. How's it looking? It's looking beautiful. Mauritius. So what do we have here? We have Mauritius, Hidden Gem of Africa, June 2018. So that's still a date in the past. We'll set that one up. So Mauritius is spelled M-A-U-R-I-T-I-U-S. Let me just double check that. Boom, I got spelling right. So the hero image for that is going to be this first image from the Mauritius folder. This is a drone shot, and the subhead is going to be Hidden Gem of Africa. Hidden Gem of Africa. Now remember Africa with a capital letter there. When was this? This was in February 2018 because this was taken by my friend who actually went there in February. Pretty good weather for February if you ask me. So we'll publish that. Cool. Looking good. Now lastly we have Iceland. So we are going to do Iceland. And we'll drop in our featured image there, Iceland #1. Our subhead, what do we have? We have, I think it's Gateway to the Northern Lights. Yep. So subhead, Gateway to the Northern Lights. Now I looked up Northern Lights and it's not a capitalized thing, it's just lowercase. And the date for that is going to be in the middle of winter. So we're going to say December the 13th. Gateway to the Northern Lights. Sorry about my typo there. So let's publish that and see what we have. Let's view post. Let's also check out Mauritius, see how that's looking. Iceland, looking very, very nice there. Mauritius, looking great. Now there's one thing that's jumped out at me, and that is that these subheads are wrapping onto two different lines. So if we look at the box here, so I give it a double click in Figma, it tells me the width is 752 pixels wide. Now if I do the same for here, 752, 752, and so on. So we're going to set a maximum width on that content so it's constrained slightly. Ooh, our date, can't quite see it there, but that's okay. It's something we can fix later on. Now what we want to do is for our hero content, we are going to say max width 750 pixels. So like that. And that's just going to tuck these longer subheadings onto a new line. In addition to that, we can also add a bit of tracking onto our uppercase letter here. So if we say tracked, it's quite spaced out. Let's see if we can get it just tracked a little bit more tightly. So we've got tracked, tracked mega, tracked tight. We'll just leave it as it is. Or in fact, we can add our own custom tracking. Let's do that. So in the CSS, we're going to scroll to the bottom here. We're going to say hero heading, and we're going to say letter spacing 0.05 m. Now 1 m is a relative unit of measurement, so it's going to be relative to the size of the letters. And that's just going to give us a little bit of space between each of those characters. And then secondly, we have our hero content, and we're going to give that a max width of 750 pixels. So save that. We'll have a look at some of the other posts. So I think Bali had a fairly long one, West Coast USA. Let's just see how these headers are looking. Yeah, they're looking a lot better. So it's just tucking in that text ever so slightly. We are looking good. So what we're going to do in the next video is to actually go back to the shopping list, which we haven't done yet, though we've gotten this far. Going to tick off some of the things that we've done and look at how we can separate out our hero into its own component file. So doing a little bit of trickery there with WordPress themes.